Thank you for joining us tonight. It's been an amazing hangout, and I have to say, I'm so grateful for you to have been able to dedicate your time to commit to this. It means so very much to me. And I also want to encourage you, if you check the right-hand side corner of this video, there's a link for you to sign up to the course. Don't forget that. And you can use that link to check it out. You can read the details of the course extensively. Please do check it out. So tonight we are going to be talking about what you do if you are multi-talented, what to do if you have more than one gift. If you really check the definition of gift, all right, some dictionary define gift as talent. Even the scripture defines it as talent. And also gift in the dictionary can be defined as idea. So what to do if you have more than one idea, or what to do if you are multi-talented, or what to do if you have more than one gift. You see, a lot of us, many of us are actually multi-talented. For example, I would consider myself to be multi-talented. I know so many of you are multi-talented. We all have our strengths and we all have our weaknesses. There's nobody who doesn't have the strength, and there's nobody who doesn't have a weakness. I've been an HR person before, and anytime you would go to an interview, they will ask you, so tell me about your weakness. So if you say to any HR professional, oh, I don't have a weakness, they will look at you like you're lying, because there's nobody in this world who doesn't have a weakness. So we all have our weakness. It is ideally recommended that you bank on your strengths and you continue to build gently on the things you want to improve. Our gift is like that. I would also say simply that it is only with our gift that we can do anything we want. With our gift, we can be the CEO, we can be the director, we can promote ourselves. But on our daily jobs, we can't do that, okay? Like I've been saying from the start of the week, in our day jobs, we are kind of confined to our job specification or job description. That is all we can do. But with our gift, we can do anything. And that is why this topic is very important to me. So if you are gifted in more than one thing, one of the best ways to do, we talked about journaling on Wednesday, I believe on journaling on Wednesday, and I always have my own writing pad handy. Everywhere I go, I always have it handy. One of the best ways to tackle having more than one gift is for you to brain dump. Brain dumping actually helps you clear your head. You are pouring everything that is on your head onto a journal or a writing pad or paper. Then once you finish doing that, go back and read it through. Go back and read it through. I remember when I was working with one of my coaches a couple of years ago, she said to me, when I was writing so much, I had so many ideas and everything, she said, give yourself a timeline on when you want to finish this particular project. And every other thing, take you to the next project. You all know, use what you have was written two years ago, but from that use what you have, I actually got an idea for another book. It's called Ideas Don't Come Fully Formed. This is a book that is going to be published in the nearest future, actually. So one of the best ways to deal with that is to journal. Brain dump your ideas, brain dump your thoughts, brain dump the things you are not clear about. When you start writing things down, when you start journaling, sometimes when you go back to them, you find clarity. So the first thing to do is to brain dump. Brain dump. Clear your head. It's easy to be bottling everything inside than to be confused, or even to be feeling under pressure to do everything at the same time. That is not the way to do it. I have an example of so many people from different walks of life that I'm going to be sharing with you. Is T.D. Jakes, Reverend T.D. Jakes. He has a fashion line. Some of you don't know this. He actually has a fashion line under the business name T.D. Jakes Enterprises. T.D. Jakes is a speaker, is a preacher, is a mentor, is a coach, is an author, national best-selling author. But he has a clothing line. You'll be wondering, what relevance is ministry to clothing line? What relevance is ministry to fashion? What relevance is ministry to designing clothes? I will tell you the reason as we go along. So listen carefully. So another one is Insi Ekwem, this Nigerian actor. She's fantastic. She's so talented. When I actually dig deep into her profile, I was so surprised at the amazing things she's doing. She's an actor, and then she has this amazing candle line. She has a line of candles. So I love the Yankee candle. So if I go to Nigeria for any reason, I'm going to go and pick that particular candle up. I just want to try it. I love when people are creative like that. So Insi Ekwem, she has a candle line. Another person now is Kate Henshaw. Some of you know her. Kate Henshaw actually is an actor as well, and she has this fitness thing going on. If you go on Instagram and look for Fit Kate, be able to find Kate Henshaw. She does fitness and she's an actor. She's working from her gift of acting, but now she has this line of doing fitness. And in fact, she wrote a book about a couple of years ago when she turned 40. It's called Fit at 40 or something like that. Kate Henshaw, you can Google that. Then my current coach, Olusheye Ashiru, she's a life coach. She's a John Maxwell certified trainer and speaker, and she's a life coach. And then she has this line of bed linen, amazing chain of bed linens. She's in Lagos, Nigeria, and she sells all these things. Then I like to use myself as an example. I like to call myself a blogger first before any other thing. But from that blogging platform, I do so many other things. I do motivational speaking. I get booked to speak in events. I write books. I do styling. And I also do so many other things. You'll be wondering, how are these people able to juggle all of these things together? This is because sometimes when you are multi-talented, you want to dabble into everything at the same time. But a lot of times that doesn't work. It will become a total fail. Epic fail. So another thing to do, I said it, the first one is to journal, brain dump, clear your head, journal, write your thoughts down. All right, it helps you clear your mind and it helps point you in the right direction a lot of times. So the number 2 thing to do is to start with one thing. Start with one thing. For example, for many years, Kate Henshaw was only acting, but now she does this fitness thing. So start with one thing. The another thing is TDJ is the same thing for everybody. Everybody that I know, from Oprah to TDJ to Olusheye Ashiru, to every other person, to Mary, to anybody that you know in the world. And this is what happens when you want to do everything together. It actually makes people confused. They don't know exactly what you stand for or what you represent. So if anyone calls me to any event, I always tell them, put me down as a blogger. By the time you hear the words of my mouth, you will know what I can do. If you read my book, you will know what I can do. If you listen to my message, you will know what I can do. So I don't have to prove a point. The best way to start out is to start with one thing. So for example, if you are gifted to cook and also if you are gifted to sing, you can cook and sing together. But what do you want people to refer to you as? Do you want them to refer to you as a chef, or do you want them to refer to you as a singer? All right, especially when you're just starting out. So when you're starting out online or offline, you don't have a lot of audience, you don't know a lot of people, and there are ways around these things. It's just knowing exactly what to do. And those are the things that I've taught actually on the course, exactly what to do, the strategies and tips to use to be able to do everything eventually together. So I started online as a blogger. So I gained ground. It took me some time for me to get here. And that is another thing. A lot of us want everything at the same time. You can have it all, but not at the same time. You can actually have it all, but not at the same time. Start out with one thing, just one thing. For example, if you want to be known for styling first, start out with that. When you gain ground, when people know you, when people recognize you, people will see you as an expert in a particular niche or field. Start out with one thing and let people know that, oh, she's a stylist, or she's a designer, or she's a chef, or she's a speaker. Start with one thing first. So if you think of TD Jakes now, you won't think of him as a fashion designer, but he has a clothing line. He has a clothing line that he does in his name. The reason why he's able to do that, you see, you get away with a lot of things when you gain grounds. When you become known or famous, or people can relate to you that, oh, I know this girl, this is what she does. And people would want to listen to every other thing that you have around your name, surrounded by your name, or surrounded with your brand. The first thing is the second thing is to start with one thing first. Then you can stretch. Aliko Dangote is one of the wealthiest man in Africa, or even the wealthiest man in Africa, at least the wealthiest in Nigeria, as far as I know. He said something many, many years ago. I actually saw the video. He said, when you want to expand in your business or whatever it is you do, you have to learn to consolidate the one thing you do first. So you consolidate. What that means is you actually make it known, you actually make it grand, you actually pull it all together. People know you as, oh, this is what you do. For example, I got this teddy bear for my baby. If I'm designing teddy bears like this, all right, I want people to be able to look at my profile and say, oh, she's a teddy bear designer. I just want them to know me for just that one thing, not a lot of things. So when people know me that, oh, this is what she does, amazing, oh God, great designs, great, then I can begin to say, oh yeah, with these teddy bears, we need to create other line of product. They know me as a teddy bear maker, but we want to incorporate other line of products. Why people do that is because they want to have different chains, different streams of income, even with their brand, linked to their brand. For example, if you think of Mojisola, if you Google my name now, you'll be able to find me. Yeah, I don't believe I'm the most popular person in the world, but if you Google my name, you'll be able to find me. One of my friends contacted me from the US a while ago. He was my classmate in primary 5, primary 6, and we lost contact then. He said he was just looking for me online and he found me everywhere. So if you don't find me with my books, you'll find me with my YouTube, or you find me with my website, or you find me by my Facebook, all right? And that's why I did extensively on the course how to go about all these things. So you start out with one thing, consolidate it, then you expand. You start out with one thing, consolidate it, make it solid, make people know that this is what you do. It's just like walking on a straight and narrow line. There is no just one way to get to the top. You can get to the top this way. You can get to the top by maneuvering anywhere, but start out with one thing. So for example, the lady talking to me last night saying, oh, I do child minding, I cook, anything I can do at all to make money. While that is fun to do, while that is very interesting, while that may look clever, it might be confusing. It might be confusing because people will be like, so what does she do again? What does she do again? So for example, I've also talked about Toka Makawa a lot of times here. If you think of her, you will think of her as on-air personality, but now she's written the book. She has a line of bags. Then she in fact, she's acting. She's done stage acting. So many people actually do the same thing. No matter how big the brand is, no matter how small the brand is, people do it the same way. So are you multi-talented, or you have so many ideas? Like I said from the start, if you check the dictionary meaning of gift, you will also learn that gift can also mean ideas. So if you have so many ideas, don't dabble into everything. I'm currently working with 2 people now, and one of them is actually, he has so many ideas or so many things he wants to do, all right, but he wants to get everything done. So I'm actually slowing him down. Say, look, listen, let's do one first. Once we do one first, we can go on to the next one, and go on to the next one, and go on to the next one, and go on to the next one. If you also want to work one-on-one with me, I'll be more than happy to go on the amazing journey with you. So reach out to me. It will be my honor. So if you are multi-talented, if you have so many ideas, if you have so many things you're doing, another thing you can do is for you to actually do a little bit of survey And one of the things I do with all my clients, anytime I'm working with them, I start out with a survey. I start out with a survey with them because I want to know exactly who their ideal clients will or customers, who would they be able to serve, who would listen to them, who would want to buy from them. I also see a lot of things online. For example, I'm online a lot, and also I'm not online a lot. A lot of my work is automated, so if I'm not there, something would definitely be there. For example, this is my first time coming live now today. I haven't been on Facebook, but you would have seen so many things that I've posted on Facebook today. This is because it's automated. I don't have to be there physically for my work to be there. For example, another YouTube video has published at 8:30 p.m. tonight. I'm not there, but it has self-published. So all of these things I'm going to be teaching you also on the course for you to be able to maximize your brand, your person, by using your gift. There are ways around these things that you can use for you to be able to use your gift and then fulfill purpose, make money, help other people, get known, get popular and everything. But it's not really about getting popular, it's all about fulfilling purpose. Let's not forget that. So another thing you can do is for you to do a little bit of survey. It doesn't have to be, and that's why I kept saying repeatedly that the reason why I didn't stay on my personal Facebook page, it would be nice. A lot of people will join in from different parts of the world. But the question is it everybody that needs what I'm about to share? That's the first question. If people don't need what you're about to share, it's a waste of time. It means I'm just there talking, shouting, making noise, and nobody's listening to me. You want to narrow it down. You can't serve everybody. With your God's given gift, you cannot serve everybody. I also see something online. Some people will post their post and they will tag like 50 people. I've never tagged anybody in my life. And by the grace of God, I've been popular enough for people to listen to me. If you know what I mean. I never tag any. In fact, I never tag my husband online. I do not tag anybody. People who think what I'm doing is interesting or helpful, or if they're interested in what I do, they will find me. There are ways around all of these things. The time to schedule your post, the time to share the right thing at the right time. There are ways around all of these things. It's just for you to know those things and begin to do them. So you can do a little bit of survey. Who do you want to target? Who will listen to you, your idea, your gift? How do you serve people? For example, I know a lady who is making things like this. I deliberately wore this tonight because I was going to make reference to it. She only makes kaftans like this. She doesn't make any other thing. For more than 4 years, she was making only kaftans. Only kaftans. She was making kaftans. She would make kaftan, just lovely kaftan with embroidery like this. That's what she. So after a while, people know her that her work is good. People believe in her. People were buying from her. Then she expanded. She started combining it with trousers. So now she makes kaftan and trouser. So what she did is the same thing every other person would do in the world, whether it's TDJ or Ketenshaw or anybody in the world. She actually now makes kaftan and trouser, and then she's selling it together. So that is how to go about it. You can ask people around, all right, what would you guys like to see? Sometimes I come on my Facebook and say, what video would you like me to make? All right, this is kind of a little survey. And sometimes I go on my Instagram, ask me your questions. From the questions people ask me, I pull out a video. For example, the video of if I have more than one ideas, what should I do? It was actually requested by someone on Instagram. And also when I had a speaking engagement in Nigeria, someone actually asked me, what should I do if I'm multi-talented? So that was where the idea came from. I want to create a product that people are interested in. I want to create a product that people are interested to buy. I want to create videos or content that people will see or watch and will help them. So it's easy to want to dabble into everything, jump into the river and start swimming left to right and everything. Stay in one spot. I know also a girl right now, she's actually into fitness and she's also a fashion designer. So she helps people with their lifestyle. So if you are overweight, if you want to lose weight, and that was why I talked about unique selling points yesterday. So here is her story. Her story was that she was really heavy. She was on the plus side. She was really, really heavy. So she did everything she can to lose weight. So then now she has a line of clothing. So what she does is she helps people lose weight and then style them. Do you get that? So because she lost weight, she now uses that as a unique selling point. She helps people lose weight. The women she helps them lose weight. So if you go to her and say, oh, I'm really very chubby, or I'm too plumpy, I want to lose weight, she will help you lose weight. Then she will now style you. So every time we lose weight, or every time anyone loses weight, they always need a change of wardrobe. So she's actually merging both things together. She's not going out of her way to do anything. She's not going out of her way to look for a fashion designer who will help those other people. So she will help you lose weight. Once you are grand, once you are happy with your figure, then she will make clothes for you to wear. That is amazing. So she's using her USP to service specific clients. People who were once fat or once big or once chubby, she's now helping them with their lifestyle. I saw her, she launched her blog, her website recently. She's someone I met also on Instagram. So if you have more than one talent, I've shared 3 things to do. 1, start brain dumping, journal your thoughts, your confusion, what you're anxious about, write everything down. Secondly, you want to start out with just one thing. There's no one way to the top. And the thing about your gift is you can actually become anything you want to be with your gift. I gave an example of my brother-in-law, with his gift. He's doing production, he's doing photography, he's doing graphics design. He's still wrapped around his gift and his brand. And thirdly, I have said that you should actually use your unique selling point, narrow it down, use your unique selling point to be able to serve the people that you've been called to serve, because you can't actually serve everybody. You can't serve everybody with your God's given gift. Some people that I know, they now serve just women alone. Some people, they only serve women alone. They don't work with men. They don't. In fact, there was a client of mine who was looking for someone to make their website. I wanted to outsource it to someone who I know will be professional. So I wrote with somebody who I know does website design. She said, I don't work with men. So it's just knowing, do I want to work with men? Do I want to work with women? Do I want to work with young children? Do I want to work with young adults? That is it. The most important thing also to recognize or to realize is once you are able to build a brand, because whether we like it or not, in this time and age, we all have to be online. We all have to use social media to advertise what we do, to talk about our gift, to connect with people. Because let's face it, not everybody can open a brick and mortar shop. A lot of businesses now run from their living room, from a place in their home office and everything. So basically, you just have to know exactly what to do. One thing at a time, and then you build a brand. You must use social media. If you really want to go far with your gift, you must be online. You must be online. You must be able to connect with people. You must be able to find people. For example, except for the people who I went to University of Ibadan with, all of you, I met you online. I've not seen you in person, which will be my honor to do. I've not met most of you in real life, but I've been able to connect with you. So tell me, how will I know you if I'm not online? How will I know you if I'm not online? That's the big question. So I want to encourage you. It will be amazing, helpful to you if you can sign up to the course, because you will learn so much. You will learn a lot of things that will help move you to a good place in a short period of time. Instead of spending 5 years or 6 years or 7 years to do all these things, you can start immediately. You are starting right. So you will use social media. You have to leverage a particular group of people or an audience for you to be able to service them, or for you to be able to meet their needs, especially if you are looking to monetize your gift or maximize your gift. And I will tell you this, one of the wrong things people are doing is this: if I'm popular on Instagram, people will know me. That's not how it is. There's so much noise online. If you don't narrow down, you'll just be there making noise. Then you'll be wondering, I'm spending so much time. How come I'm not getting the result? You have to narrow down. Who do you target? The hashtags to use to target these people. If you're just joining us like Bookie, we're talking about what to do if you're multi-talented. I've said that you can start by journaling, dump all your ideas, all your visions, all your thoughts and your goals, put them in the journal. Secondly, you want to start out with one thing, just one thing first, and branch out. You consolidate it and branch out. Number 3, you can then do a little survey. Who do you serve? How do you find them? Where are they? What part of the world? Like a lady is here now from Australia. It's amazing that we can connect with people from different parts of the world. I've connected with people from Germany. Sometimes I even think maybe I'm a German. Because so many people, and also from India, especially when I do health video, a lot of people from India always watch it. And also all to understand your audience. You have to, for example, on YouTube now, I know that 94% of the people who are watching me are women. I also know the age group who is watching me. I don't have a lot of 13 to 17 years old watching me because of the contents that I create. I have a lot of people from age 18 to 35. That would be like the 43% of people watching me. And I also have from age 35 to 45 watching me. You have to know all these things. If not, you just be online making noise. You just want to know exactly who to target. If you are selling things to people, except for people who know you in person, you may not be able to connect with a brand, with a new set of clients or new set of people. And the bad news is, people who know you won't be buying from you all the time, because if you're selling something and they've bought it from you, they won't have to buy it again. And that's the reality of it. So you have to find new people. You have to find new people. Also, another thing I will encourage you to do when you're multi-talented or when you're online, you have to build character. If you know what I mean, you have to, for example, anyone who knows me that I don't reply to nonsense online. Once in a while, if I want to be funny, I throw a little bit of shade. Other than that, I ignore a lot of things online. I know someone stepped to me one day and said, oh, then I'm only sharing my work. Do I not have a family? You know, it's something I've made up my mind to do. My husband is the most amazing supportive person in the world. He's always behind me, just pushes me forward to, oh, Sissy, go and get it. When you go and get it, you can do it. He's at the background, but it's not, I don't have to post a picture of my husband or my children for you to know that I have them. But I do have them and I love them. So my husband is cooking and I'm doing what I love to do. So it's just a matter of knowing exactly what to do. What do you want to share online? How do you want to approach it? Who do you want to target? How do you want to handle yourself online? You have to build character. Challenges will come, setbacks will come once you start using all these gifts. I've taught all of those things on the course as well. There's so much I can tell you, and I'm just jumping into a little bit. You have to build character. You have people telling you, oh yeah, you're too snobbish. Oh yeah, you're too proud. Oh yeah, you're too this. Oh yeah, you're too that. It is now left to you to handle it. How do I want to handle it? I never reply to nonsense, but there's no one person who leaves me comment online. Sometimes I even do something thinking out loud. I just write some things that I'm thinking about that is bothering me online. I just share them on my page and a lot of people start responding to them. So you just have to know, who are you targeting? Where are they from? Where are they at? What is their need? How can you help them? With your God's given gift. With your God's given gift. And we all can do this. We all can do this. Ladies, I just want to say, I'm so proud of all of you tonight, and I'm rounding up. Right now, I'm rounding up. If you didn't watch the video from the very start, please catch up. We've shared a lot of things. So I've actually prepared the course 10 module. The course is a 10 module, and I've broken actually down the course, everything you'll be learning on the course. So the course is going to be lasting for 5 full weeks. So how I did the course, one, you are going to have a lifetime access to the course. Once you sign up to the course, all the materials I give you and workbook, you will have them for the rest of your life. Secondly, you have a one-on-one access to me. So basically, if you're on the course, you are not sure about anything, you are confused about anything, you can come back to me. I'll be answering your question anytime, any day, and anywhere I am in the world. So if you're truly interested in doing the course, I do not want people who will buy the course but will not do the course. You won't learn anything. I wrote an article a while back called "Don't Blame the Coach." If you have headache now and I give you paracetamol, if you don't take that paracetamol, your headache won't go. It's as simple as that. But once I give you the paracetamol, you pop in your mouth, get some water, get some rest, your headache clears up. That is what the course will do for you. It will give you clarity. It will help you point to the direction of where you should go with your gift, what you should be doing, how to maximize your gift, how to discover it, how to develop it, how to do everything with your gifts. I want to say a massive thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of you on the course. It will mean so much to me. It will mean I've not wasted my time. It will mean that I know that all of you will go out there and do exploits with your gift. And don't forget, if you don't take anything away from here, in your day job, you can pay your bills, but with your gift, you can maximize your potential, fulfill purpose, build wealth, make extra income, and begin to serve people from different parts of the world. All of those things I've actually shared on the course. I'll be more than happy to share them with you. There are things I've learned on my journey, and I'm ready actually to share those things with you. All right, so I want to say massive thank you again to everyone. Thank you so much. You made my week really beautiful, and the sun is nice and shiny. You made me feel comfortable. I came here with no makeup on and anything. You didn't say I don't look nice, and I'm so grateful. We start the course on the 4th of June. It's going to be amazing, and we finished on the 7th of July. I'm going to be there working with you, talking with you, chatting with you. It's going to be amazing time. So guys, so you can begin to do phenomenal things with your gift and your life, and begin to grow and expand and be who God has called you to be. All right, my prayer for you tonight, as you go, God will minister to you in the name of Jesus, and you begin to do exploits online, offline, and because of you, people will say, oh yeah, because of Moji I was able to do this, because of Ruka I was able to do it, because of Shala I was able to do it, with your God-given gift. God bless you all. Bye. My name is Moji Bazwaye, an Amazon best-selling author of Use What You Have. Welcome to Use What You Have, Gifted for a Purpose Masterclass. I'm looking forward to working on this amazing journey with you. I'm confident that by the time you finish this course, you will be motivated, driven, confident, empowered, and determined to use what you have to help others and to fulfill your own purpose in life. The Use What You Have modules is being divided into 10 modules, which you will complete in 5 weeks. Every week you will receive 2 videos from me and also 2 PDF files. You can do the course at your own pace, and also you have a lifetime access to the course. However, I like to encourage you, there's no point procrastinating or postponing purpose. The best time to start anything is now. Why wait till tomorrow when you can start today? I'm looking forward to sharing them with you, and most importantly, when you finish the course, you will be living in your God's given purpose. I want to wish you the very best and also Godspeed. And I'll speak to you on my next module, which will be the first module for the course.